Hello, everybody, and welcome to the table. We are here for our final session of our Avatar Legends Republic City campaign. Trying to contain myself because I am hype. I'm ready to get in and get to the craziness that may or may not be semi-planned in this amorphous jamming style that I tend to use. We got anything? We got any things?
Not for me.
I'm good.
Say try to follow us on Instagram and YouTube, all the socials. You know, man, we're putting stuff out there every day. If you're interested, check out the art.
Yeah, the art is worth seeing, guys. Seriously, you'll see some in the break, but you get most of it on Insta in good quality.
Yeah, and new stuff.
Oh yeah.
I post that free planes on Instagram, man. That was one I liked. I was like,
yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah,
the maps are like nothing you've ever seen before.
They really
that's
are.
not an exaggeration.
But one game that doesn't have a map is God fucking forbid.
So I'd make one if they want to pay me to do it.
They include a map in the many books for this game that I
cannot believe they don't. I cannot believe they don't.
Lots of books. No map yet, everybody.
Because there was like, it looked like Manhattan. It literally looked like New York.
Republic City. Nope, that's not it. Republic City book. Love you, Magpie, but there's my maps, baby. I want a map.
Because there clearly is a layout for the city. Like the city has a clear layout. Like it's not like ambiguous. Like it's like you know where things are in relation to each other.
It's very specific. Hang on, wait a minute. I have a world map.
Oh.
Just zoom in. Enhance.
Enhance. Enhance.
Don't have a city map. Well. Oh no, now I gotta fold this thing and make it.
That's a problem for future, Matt.
There's a Pinterest post from 2013 where someone claims to have found the best map of Republic City. So that's how rare this is.
Last time in Republic City, the group had to make a daring escape from a corrupt Republic City prison. After that, they had a run-in with a terribly powerful, not frustrating at all powerful spirit named Umi Longlegs. Through all of their encounters, they have found there is but one path forward. Through Maquatech manufacturing. It appears that they are using spirit vine technology and a pilfered truck to make a mobile spirit portal of their own design. I wonder what will happen in this exciting conclusion of Republic City!
Awesome.
Friends, Republicers, countrymen, where do you go? What do you do? What would you like? What would you like to do, friends?
My main hand was still fucking meddled, right?
Oh yeah, your hand is in metal.
I bet I can throw a mean punch with this though. Just saying.
I'm down with that.
Yeah, just one brass knuckle.
Here's the thing: I asked you guys a question, and then you asked me a question. But I'm gonna go back to. I'm gonna ask again. What do you do? Where are we going?
So have we just left the spirit area in the center of town?
Yeah, I think you've spoken to the spirit, and you have your characters have decided where they want to go next, and they've decided on.
What if we sneak in there dressed as Panda Crab Triad?
Not bad.
So we know they're in the cahoots with them, and maybe we could snag a couple of their old uniforms at we go by to the eatery, see if there's anything left there.
Didn't that burn down?
I mean, unless you want to sew a jacket, man. I don't know how else we're gonna pretend to be panda crabs.
I mean, I'm not against the plan, but hear me out. Half my metal-ridden arm is burnt. You wear a mascot hat 24/7, and when you don't, you lack a face. I feel like we are pretty recognizable criminals.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Innocent until proven guilty, A. And B, actually, what is all this about friend of Co, or whatever the hell Umi was saying? Whose friend are you? What's up with, like, should we talk about this?
I don't remember what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had a run-in with Co, you know, and they took my face. I don't have it anymore.
And just for Sono's sake, because she doesn't know who Co is, who the hell is Co?
Yeah, who the hell is Go?
Co, the face stealer. He's
It's like
old, not as old as some of the ancient spirits, but I think, you know, he was one of the first to cross over back when the portal first opened, and
Can we get your face
he's.
back?
I don't think Co really does that.
What does he do with it, though?
He keeps it, or they keep it to wear, to use. So Co has my face right now, and if he wanted to, he could walk around pretending to be me.
That's...
In fact, the only way you know I'm not Co impersonating me is because I don't have my face, and if I had it, I'd be wearing it.
But I don't know what you look like anyway, so.
Yeah, I don't think I ever saw your face, actually.
Well, I'd have one, is the point. I'm trying to say. So the fact that I don't shows you that I can, you know, but...
So, do you want it
yeah,
back?
it's not great. Yeah, I would love it back. It's hard to live, to do much of anything without a face. I mean, I can't, you know, breathe air. I don't really see anything. It's kind of weird.
What? Then how the hell have you been fighting and stuff?
I just kind of do it. I just kind of, I don't know. I kind of feel it. I kind of feel.
You were driving the car and you can't see?
Dude, I don't have eyes. I mean,
How do you eat then?
I don't eat. I'm not even really alive. I'm like halfway, I think, between life and death. I can't. I mean, how would I be alive? I can't eat or breathe or see or.
But Raz just like grabs your neck, the side of your neck, to try to feel for a pulse.
Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I have a heart still. I guess.
So is there a pulse?
If he has a heart,
Are you asking? I don't know why you're asking me that question.
I'm asking the DM if there's a pulse, or you as the owner of the
You're asking a
station.
lot of very technical questions.
I
He
need
feels
to know,
clammy.
man.
He feels a little clammy.
Ugh. Okay, well, maybe that's part 2 of our plan.
It's definitely
Yeah.
on the list, yeah.
I think if we go after Co, he'll just kill us, pretty much, probably, or he'll take
Yeah.
your faces too. It's if you show even the slightest emotion in his presence, he just, you know, he just takes it, and then you don't get it back. So if I were you guys, I probably wouldn't go anywhere near him. But I appreciate the help. But yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near that guy if I were you.
Well, that's deeply unsettling.
What if he can't see our face? He can't steal what he doesn't know?
Hey, I mean, so I don't know if you're looking to have one hand and no face, but if you are, it sounds like a great plan to me.
Listen, anyway, it's not today we are on to other businesses, but I'll be thinking on how to get your face back because I feel like it's an important matter to attend.
No, so I'm serious. I don't think you should go anywhere near Co. I don't think it's a bad idea, and I don't want you to end up like me. And please don't do it, especially on my account, because I'd feel guilty and horrible for the rest of my life. So please don't ever do that.
Well, you don't. They're not really alive, so.
Yeah, for the
Anyway,
rest of my unlife, that's way better. Oh. I mean, just for, I guess, eternity, right? Because I'm like, I mean...
wait, now you can't die either? Wait,
I don't
it's
know,
still in the
man.
car, too. Like, we're probably gonna get recognized.
Yeah.
Hey, are those guys that everyone's looking for? Mind your own business. Just keep walking. The fuck you, a snitch? Come on.
We should probably leave.
Alright, so Makotech spirit portal. We gotta find out what's. Is this even bad? Like, why do we need to stop this? I mean, other than the van.
I mean, I don't know if someone having their own personal portal to the spirit world in a van. I mean, that seems bad to me. I just seems like a lot could go wrong there.
It doesn't sound good. I'll give you that.
But we got a huge like spirit district of the city. Who cares if there's another portal to it?
I mean, isn't everything about balance and shit? What if this portal creates an imbalance and it fucks everything up?
I feel like I'm really not qualified to answer that question.
Me neither, which is why I'm spewing nonsense at the moment. So can we please get moving so we can stop this portal from being
Every
a
time
thing?
every time we do anything, guys, I feel like I have to explain to you why we should do it. Isn't it enough just to do the right thing without asking all these fucking questions?
Okay.
I mean, seriously, like, are you guys just want to walk away? That's what you're trying to do right now, is just leave and just walk away and let this rich asshole do whatever the fuck he wants?
Rich. He's like, okay. But so here, if we're going in there for a fight, I want to know that I'm, the guy who we're fighting is actually bad. Is that so wrong? Like you say, it's obviously good, but I don't. No. Whatever.
Well,
You tell me to punch, I'll punch.
I just don't. FBI, I don't feel like inaction makes us the bad guys. I mean, we're.
I'll go myself then. I'll see you guys later.
No.
I walk away.
Okay. I
Get
follow
back
him.
in the car, man. Just, we're not leaving this car. We're driving. Come on, let's go. Let's head to the eatery, see some uniforms, and on the way there, we'll figure it out.
I don't want you guys to do what I want you to do just because you feel some kind of obligation to me. I need to do this for me. I need to make this right. I need to get that fucking van back. If you don't care, if you don't want to be there, I don't want you to get hurt on account of me, dude. Either of you. So if you don't want to do it, don't do it.
I'm just there for the van, okay? And then we'll see how far we get. But don't worry about me getting hurt on your behalf.
I don't think there's any coming back from this. I think if we go in there and if we attack the guy or we threaten him in any way, then we're criminals. That's it. We're criminals. Like, we threatened the CEO of a company. I mean, that's it. We go away.
Crossed already.
2-bit knockoff CEO.
Dude, the guy's making mechs powered by spirit vines, and you're trying to tell me, you're trying to, like, neg him. Like, what are you talking about? You sound crazy. Rasmus, you sound crazy. You sound fucking nuts right now.
You want me to be terrified and quaking in my boots?
No, I want you to take it fucking
hyper-female?
seriously for once in your goddamn life. I want you to take it fucking seriously, Rasmus. Leave your fucking motorbike and your brother, your asshole brother behind, and do something fucking decent for once. That's what I want from you.
I think Sono walks up to FB and she kind of like grabs him by the collar and she gets really close to your face. FB, you sound like a child. Perhaps you haven't thought that your morals are not the same as everyone else's around you. And
Who
that
the fuck
is
are you to
and
tell me
that
about
is
morals,
fine.
Sono? What are you
My
gonna do? Burn my
reason-
face off?
I push him away. My reasons to do this are different than yours. And if you can't accept that, then fine, I'll walk away. You don't want me
Sono,
there,
I have to
won't be
convince
there.
you every step of the way to do the decent right thing. Every step of the way, you ask, why are we doing this? Why? I don't know why. Just to be someone, to do something worthwhile. To not be a fucking loser? To not have your friends bet against you in your pro bending match? To be worth something. To be worth anything for once.
I don't need to be a hero to have worth, FB. However, I care about you and Rasmus, and I see that this is very dangerous. which is why I will join you willingly, because I want to. But no, I don't want to save the world. I'm not trying to please anyone. I am doing this for myself, because I want to keep you safe. But I don't fucking care what people think of me. I don't care about doing the right or the wrong thing. Get that through your skull, and now stop acting like a kid.
I'm gonna pause for a second in the drama. Thank you. I'm gonna take a deep breath. Love that shit.
Mike, I didn't mean it, by the way. I love you.
Fucking amazing. But I do feel like FB is calling people out on some shit.
Ooh.
Right? Which is a definite move in the game. So that's why I kind of let that play out, but I want to pause and do some game shit now. So
Nice.
It sounds like you were calling out both of your friends. Rasmus, rather. It sounds like FB was calling you out to live up to your principle of care.
Yeah.
Right? Okay. When you only call someone live with shift. So I'm going to have you do this, FB. When you openly call on someone to live up to their principle, shift your balance away from center, which you are at center right now, yes?
Yes, I am. I am at center right now.
Whichever direction you would like to move towards, and roll with with their principle. So you're going to roll with care. Rasmus, what is care for you right now?
-2.
All right.
Oh wait. Yeah. -2.
Yep. 2d6 -2.
So I am moving my balance away from patience and towards determination.
Okay.
And I will. So I roll
2d6.
I don't know how to do the -2. Can I just?
Yeah, you just roll 2d6 and we.
I'm gonna roll 2d6.
Yeah. I think that is 11 -2 is still a hit. Good shit. On a 7 to 9, they challenge your view of the world in turn, mark 1 fatigue, or they shift your balance as they choose. So FB, would you want to mark 1 fatigue, or would you like to let Rasmus also shift your balance?
Oh, so he can shift. So wait, it's my balance that gets shifted?
Yes. On a 7 to 9, they in turn are challenging your view of the world. So either you mark 1 fatigue, or Rasmus can shift your balance as he chooses. You have already shifted his balance, but now because it was a soft hit, you either need to mark a fatigue or move yours as well.
I will move mine towards determination.
No, Rasmus would get to choose because he's.
Oh, okay.
Because he's trying. This is that reciprocal piece, right? Which we haven't gotten into too much before this. You do things, but in these balance moves, there's always kind of like this relationship of back and forth, which I think you guys did great in the fiction, right? And now we're gonna numberize it. We're gonna numberize it.
So the first thing that happens is I move towards care for sure because he rolled a 9, right? Okay,
definitely.
So
you move towards care, and then FB decides if he wants to either mark a fatigue or allow you to also shift his balance.
Cool. Okay, because but my shift of your balance wouldn't be towards the direction of determination. It's more towards patience because we were trying to moralize here. So you either mark 1 fatigue and stay where you are, or you move 1 towards patience.
Okay, I'll move 1 towards patience.
Back to center, baby.
That makes sense. Yeah, this is one of those things. Actually, we've been moving super quick with this stuff. A lot of these balance moves we haven't used as much, which is why we're working our way a little bit.
Figure it out.
This is what I would like to do. It does sound like you have kind of made the plan to go into Magpie. This game often, I know we do tend to do everything as a scene, which is wonderful. And we wouldn't have had that great scene had we not done that. At this point, I do want to step back for a minute. And like just we as players can decide where the next scene is going to be so we can get into it. I I just want to keep the forward momentum going, especially because we have to go to sleep tonight, and this is our final episode, so I want to make sure we're wrapping things up. Like, if you want to get uniforms for the Panda Crab Triad, I think that's fair enough. You can just you can hand wave and kind of get that. I don't think it'd be terribly difficult. You know where their dumpster was.
Yeah, there was one. So I took a advancement last time, which allowed me to take a move from another book. But now I can't find which book it was and what the move was. But it was basically like borrowed authority. So me stealing the badge of the cop is like how I represented gaining that move.
Okay.
So one other potential plan that we could do is try to get in there as if we're cops, because I do have a police sergeant's badge now.
That is going to make this go very differently, depending on which one of those you choose.
Before we make that decision, was I also called out? Like, do I have to shift my balance and stuff?
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough. You got up into each other's...
Me too! I want to be included!
You definitely got up into each other's faces. Actually, I think you got up into FB's face first, so Eve, I'm going to have you roll to call someone out.
What do I roll with?
So you are going to roll with FB's, which FB, you're at center, right? So it's just
I
a
am
0.
back to center, yeah.
So
Yeah, so you... Whoa, there's a lot of things.
So it's
Sorry,
just
that's just
6?
my move, so I don't lose it again.
No, you're good. FB, you're just going to roll 2d6 straight.
Me or FB?
Sorry. Sono, you are just going to roll 2d6 straight.
6.
That is a 6, and that is a miss. On a miss, they can demand you act in accordance with one of your principles instead, which did also kind of happen.
Yeah.
Mark a condition or act as they requested. So
I mean,
you're...
I move towards connection, no?
Well, yeah, I don't think FB was pushing you towards control in that moment. So...
But I mean, that works out because Sono was like, yeah, I'll do it for you anyway, right?
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I think you are just acting as they said, so you're good to go.
Yeah, cool.
And FBs will not shift.
I also ticked off the angry condition because we just yelled at each other for a hot second, and I feel like that's lashing out at a friend.
Yes, I think you all did a lot of... that's where I assumed it was going, was we were lashing out to get rid of some anger.
No, I just did it because it was fitting.
Hey man, it's all good. Well, that's even better when the shit just happens and they go, oh yeah, there's a thing I can check now. I love it. Okay, so yes, we have 2 options. It might be a railroad, guys. Hey, but there's a lever you can pull here. On one side, you can kill one person that's tied to the railroad tracks, but on the other side, wait, no, that's not it.
Yeah.
On one side, you can use a police badge with borrowed authority in order to infiltrate Magpie Industries. On the other end, you can pose as Panda Crab Triad to try and get in more undercover. Which of those would you like to do?
I feel like
Here's
that-
my thought.
Yeah.
I think that it would be a lot harder to convince anyone if we went in there as cops and then turned out to be Panda Crab Triad. If we went there as Panda Crab Triad, your badge could be like a backup, maybe? If our cover gets blown. Or just kidding, we were cops the whole time. Hey.
Oh, I like that. Yeah, that's
know?
actually great. That's a good
Kind of like a fail-safe, right?
Nice.
Also, can we, like, since we're like time jumping, can I get rid of my fatigue?
Everyone can get rid of up to 2 fatigue.
Nice.
I'm not even fatigued. How'd you get fatigued?
Holding it over. Yeah, I think that's fair enough. Everyone
Being
mark off
hard.
up to 2 fatigue.
It's tiring work.
Very tired.
And then you are heading into Magpie Industries, yes? Magpie Manufacturing, sorry.
Yeah, yep. I think we did it as like essentially with Panda Crab stuff on.
You are all panda crabbed up with vests. Someone sees you go by, some guy like sitting huddled on this corner of the street with like 3 glass bottles on each of his fingers, and he's clacking them together going, "Panda crabs, come out to play!"
I will go in actually with my head my mask off and my head just wrapped in like bandages, like because I got burned in the fire or something, and
Great.
because I don't want to have the mask on. That's too like conspicuous.
I love that. Anybody else have any specifics, any ways they're donning this disguise?
I have like a classic red karate bandana.
I have like sorry, my cat is distracting me. I have like a hooded like cape thingy, and I kind of wear it on one shoulder so that my metal-ridden arm is like hidden, like behind it.
Gangster chic.
I keep forgetting to have that. Fuck.
Style,
And as
motherfuckers.
the three of you walk in to this building, which is an exact 3/4 size replica of Future Industries building, simply with the logo Magpie in the same style font as Future Industries is written in right above the door. You walk into, instead of this very like busy lobby with obviously a lot going on, it is empty. Huge vaulted ceilings. I mean, okay, I say huge. It's 3/4 of what the Future Industries is. But these big, tall, vaulted ceilings, echoey glass front pane, and no one around. You see one receptionist at a desk, and she is filing her nails as you walk in. And she seems to be like, past her is where the elevators are.
I think I.
And she does not look up as you walk in.
I walk past her.
Yeah, don't even look at her. Yeah. And Rasmus walks with like a specific strut now.
You walk past, she doesn't even look up. She kind of gives a little side eye, but barely even side eye.
Elevators, or what do we have here?
You walk over to the elevators. Okay.
God, they're elevators. I really don't take the stairs in game.
No, we'll be out of breath if we do that. All right. We hit the button.
It doesn't light up.
Are there other lights on in here?
No. Like, like the circle around the elevator button, it doesn't light up when you press it.
We're taking the stairs.
Oh, did you need something?
No.
Yeah, we're here to see the big boss man.
No.
And she finally looks up at the three of you and sees your outfits. I want all of you to roll to trick this NPC. And
Hit!
a hit.
I will let you guys know that I'm still insecure. Therefore, I got a -2.
Me too, and I still hit. Full hits! Hit!
One full hit and 2 soft.
That
hits.
includes the -2 as well somehow. I rolled double 6s. So that's a full hit, including the -2 already.
So she looks at you and goes, "Oh, some of you guys. Yeah, you can go down." And she presses a button under the counter, and the doors of the elevator slide open. Congratulations, you just solved my bitchy receptionist puzzle.
My favorite kind!
In the elevator. Damn, I would have never thought to go down.
These guys love underground secret subterranean layers, man, let me tell you.
The doors close, leaving you in complete darkness. There are no buttons in here that you saw either before you press, but the doors close and just it rumbles as you feel it. The elevator starts to descend.
I feel like I'm just walking in the lion zebra den.
Sona, do you want to give us a little light over here? I can't.
No, matter of fact, I cannot because the hand with which I bend is covered in metal right now.
You can only bend with one. You can only bend with one hand.
I mean, I've never practiced with the other one. I could, but like I don't think I'd be great at it. And since we're in a confined space right now, I'd rather not.
Oh, so you can't like bend at all right now?
No, I can, but it's.
So what do you do when your right hand gets tired? You can't switch to your left, like.
I don't get
not
You
fair.
feel the elevator start to rumble. Boom, boom, boom. And you realize that this is actually not the rumble of just the movement of the elevator, but it's the rumble of some sort of strange seismic activity happening outside the elevator shaft. And as it screeches to a halt towards the bottom, this thumping continues. Boom, boom, boom. And as the doors start to open, you're almost immediately blinded by lights shooting directly towards you, but they quickly move. They quickly go from being in front of your face to being all over the room, these purple and yellow and red lights shooting all over.
Holy.
As you step into this arena full of people, jumping, shouting, yelling, screaming. You see the DJ of this underground nightclub suspended from the ceiling in this round platform. And you recognize him instantly as DJ Desperation is yelling from this. It's a long way to Boss Sing Say, but things are getting shitty in Republic City! And everyone, yeah! Screaming. And it is total hype here as you stand in at the top of these steps that descend into this massive pit of bodies below you. What do you do?
I'm gonna just scan the room and just see what's, like, the deal is here. Can I just get a read on the situation?
Assess that shit. Roll.
Sono is completely fangirling over the DJ. Oh my god! It's him!
Hey.
Nice.
Full hit, baby.
Full hit and assess the situation. Hello, cat, in front of the book that I'm trying to read from. You can ask 2 questions from the list. What here can I use to blank? Who or what is the biggest threat? What should I be on the lookout for? What's my best way in, out, or through? Who or what is in the greatest danger?
I will say where biggest threat and what's my best way through. Just like doing this with the holding a drink trying to squeeze through.
In this room that you're in, the biggest threat is definitely getting found out because there are panda crab triads all over. Although many of them seem severely fucked up at this particular point in the evening. And then what is your best way through? There isn't a great way through. You are going to have to muscle your way through this crowd. Although it does seem, while there are bars on either side of this room, it seems that the back wall, which also has a stage not being used, right? Because there is one suspended from the ceiling. And that's more metal. Sorry. I can't continue.
Oh, wow.
until I
So
hit
sensory overload.
Okay, there it is. But yeah, the best way through would be to get a drink and fucking take a sip while you're wiggling through that crowd.
I will start just grooving, and I'll be like, "Yeah, panda crabs, fuck yeah!" And I'll just yell it as loud as I can, not trying to hide at all, just being like I'm a drunk fucking panda crab asshole, just like the rest of these assholes. Now, normally, Matt, that's where this move ends, but I have a move for this.
Ooh.
Okay.
And as I'm looking through around the room, underneath the bandages, where my eyes would be, these 2 areas of light just glow out of the bandages, and I will use my Eyes of the Soul. And when I assess a situation, I can ask one of the following as an extra question, even on a miss. So the question I will ask you now is who or what here has been touched by spirits?
Ooh.
Interesting. There is no question in anyone's mind. Actually, you didn't even need to use this skill to get this. DJ Desperation is so fucking fly. He's touched by something. He's up there, again, grabbing the microphone and screaming, "If you listen to my rhymes, don't tell your mother, but if you see me on the streets, yell, flame me, yo, motherfucker!"
Time for a career change, Matt. I'm sorry, but this is it.
I'm telling you guys, touched by the spirits. You know, there's nothing here that has been touched by the spirits the way you have, right? But there's definitely someone back by that door that you can see has, like a spirit vine energy thing going on.
We gotta get back.
They've been in or around some spirit vine shit, if that makes sense.
Hey, see that Is it what do they look? I can't see what they look like at all.
It is a guy. He's really far away. He's on the total opposite side of the room. So if he's not moving, you'd know where he is. You're pretty sure he's a guy. Seems to be wearing glasses, but he's really kind of hard to see from here, especially with all these like flashing lights and things. You know, the disco balls. Yeah.
Hey, that guy. Yeah. Hey, that guy. I think he's part of this whole thing. I think he has something to do with it.
Okay.
What?
I'll make my way. I'll make my way through.
Follow us.
Okay, I'll follow them.
Is that guy standing still, Matt, or is he dancing?
Standing super still.
Ooh, that sucks.
Classic nerd behavior.
And everyone, and like kind of looking around the room, kind of. He's actually leaning in a very cool way against the back wall, like a very
Not a
chill
nerd.
way.
Let's see. Glasses,
Nerd.
not dancing. Definitely nerd.
Yeah. And as you kind of make your way through this, and you keep your eyes on this guy who's standing a little bit above, he's actually on the stage, but off to the side, not like a performer, but like I can be here if I want to be. You actually see that the glasses he's wearing are sunglasses, and where you went when you wear sunglasses inside, you're cool. These are rules that I've learned in society. You also see that he's wearing this big, long, like shiny trench coat, like Catwoman material, like costume material that's like a little too shiny. You know, like a
latex.
Yeah, like a less cool Neo. He's looking like. The collar is the collar is popped, and boy, those lapels stick out quite a ways. And his hair is like spiked up and back, Raichu style. Raichu is a Pokemon, for those people that don't know it. Pokemon is something that came before Pal World. But that's what you see kind of from this middle of this dance floor. As you walk below DJ Desperation.
Damn, I hope I can be that cool one day.
Oh, he's so cool. I've always wanted to meet him.
Not the DJ, I mean that guy. Look at him, Sony.
Who?
And you make your way to the back, and you're just at the bottom of that stage, right? That is right there. And you see this guy kind of there, like looking out, surveying what is around, and you kind of can. Yeah, I don't know. Let me put it this way. I'm not sure if you've seen a picture of Makwataki before. I'm not sure if like you had been shown something by like Asami or something. I think you did, like a magazine cover. Whether or not you saw the physical, this is definitely him, right? This is the young tech wunderkind of Republic City, standing here in his underground nightclub. Only he could get DJ Desperation, and only he would not be terribly impressed by the performance that's going on.
Is he standing near like a backstage door or anything? Or
there's like curtains coming down off of this stage, so he's like leaning up against the curtains that is the wall behind it. So probably, but you don't see any at the moment.
How are we gonna get him alone?
Tell him we gotta meet with him or something. I don't know. Tell him we got something important to tell him about the test, right?
Yeah, that's a good lead.
Yeah, I'll let
Like
you guys
some
do
maybe
the
just
talking.
just let him like treat us like some shitty grunts. Like he wouldn't even know we were. We're so beneath his notice, you know. And we're just gonna be. I mean, we're gonna basically have to be like, hey, you know, we got a message to tell you, and it's gotta be in private. But our boss has told us, like, because obviously he would know if we're not somebody he talks to, but maybe he'll buy that we're like their underlings or something. I mean, he's not. If he's here, he can't be overseeing the field test at the same time, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're right. My only problem is that adults usually know when I'm lying for some reason.
Okay, I mean, I can talk to him. I don't mind. If you guys want me to.
Right behind you. Act like you're our boss, actually. Like you're a better grunt than we are.
All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay, I'll make my way over to the guy then. Yeah. Cool.
Just as you walk up, the music stops unexpectedly because that's what happened. And it's really quiet as you kind of like start walking the stairs, and this guy kind of like looks at you. He's got like the perfect 5 o'clock shadow on his face. Upon further inspection, he actually, bless you, might not even have a beard. It might be like makeup, making it look like he has a 5 o'clock shadow.
Is the
and he
line,
looks
like,
at you.
super straight?
It's super straight.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
I like
makeup.
it, like
It's makeup.
eyeliner and a ruler was
It's
used.
makeup.
And he looks at you and says, "Yo, what's up?"
Hey, Mr. Magataki, sir, we got a problem. You know, there's a whole thing going on with the field test, and there's some people they're saying now that some fucking spirit is some fucking long legs is there
Some
trying to fuck with it.
excuse me, it's a little bit loud in here.
Long legs, a long legs owl is there, and he's trying to fucking shit the whole test. Apparently sent by somebody from the fucking spirit. I don't know. It's above my pay grade. But listen, Mr. Makataki, there's something going. You need to come. I need to talk about this because something seriously wrong is gonna happen.
Listen, guy, why don't you come back with me? It's a little loud here. I can't hear what you're saying. And he turns and goes back past the curtain.
Just
As
we're falling, I would like to whisper to Song. You remember what that dragon thing was called in the spirit area? Like that badass one that guards the portal?
No.
Well, neither do I. Shit.
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
And I'll follow after.
And as you walk back and through this door, leaving the pumping music a bit behind, you end up in this very large room. It is perfectly square, and it kind of looks like you're in Tron right now. Like there's like electronic-y lights and things going all over the place. There's like a console over by the wall, and Makwa kind of like saunters over and goes over to that console and starts clicking into, like, typing very quickly into it.
Cool setup, boss.
Hey, yeah, sorry, I couldn't introduce myself. I'm Willis. These are my associates, Rankin and Almond.
I'm Almond, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Hey, shut up! No one asked you. And I'll say I'll like bow deferentially, like half bow. Mr. Makotaki, sir, there's some fucking problem.
You know, it might have worked if you weren't this conspicuous.
Sir, I don't know what you mean. They said something about the dragon eel he's against it. Apparently, he's all come out against it in a big way. I guess he voted against it.
That idiot Yang had you all nice and quiet and locked up, and let you come over here. Now, the two of you, I could give a rat's ass who either of you are, right? You're nobodies. But a Lee comes in here thinking I'm not gonna recognize his face? Listen, kid. And he's still like he's like 3/4 turned away from you, clicking on this computer. You might not remember me, but listen, growing up here in Republic City, your brother Bashira was a fucking asshole. All right, and he was an asshole to me. And I'm pretty sure he was an asshole to you too, but I wasn't paying that much attention. But goddamn, did everyone know who the Lees were? Your father getting one of the finest scores from the Northern Water Tribe? Well, listen. Don't think you can sneak in anywhere, kid. And he like stops and makes a big point of like pressing one more button, and you just hear click as the bolts in the door behind you locks in place.
All that typing and all you managed to achieve was the door getting locked? No wonder Bashir used to bully you.
No. One button for the lock. It's not even a big deal, really. And this whole console goes as it like goes back into the wall, and like a panel slides down in front of it as he keeps his back to you, like an anime villain trying to be cool. And he says, No, what I was doing was sequencing our first test. You see, it's happening today. You think the Lees have a monopoly on transportation now.
You can't prove that in court.
Traveling by sea is going to be a thing of the past pretty soon. What I got going is going to door-to-door delivery from anywhere. 1 day, maximum 2. For a reasonable annual subscription.
You said this guy's not bald? He's got hair?
It's like sticking up, yeah. It's very...
Sorry, he just reminded me of someone else for a minute.
No, not bald, no.
Raz will kind of fan out a little bit, so we're like 3 points of a triangle, not bunched up right next to each other.
I'd like to look at our surrounding. Any lying dormant mech nearby, or...
Not that you see, but you've already seen at least one weird electronic panel in the wall that can take something big in and out of it. So
can I? Is that the panel he's at right now?
no, or like the big computer thing he was at, or went into the wall and then a panel slid down over it.
So he's in front of it.
Yeah.
I just got one question for you. I mean, your massive plan here sounds great and all, but why'd you have to steal our van?
Are you kidding? Is that what this is about? I needed something inconspicuous. Something that seemed a little rustic. But something that would be considered. And he spins around quick. This coat like flailing out around him. A wide load.
You could have just bought a van.
That would have taken time. Time is money, Mr. Lee.
It's not about the van, though, really. I mean, it's about... you think you can just do... I mean, you think you can just have your own personal portal to the spirit world? Like, that's not cool, man. That's... I mean... You're not the Avatar?
The Avatar? Who cares about the Avatar? No. We're in a new era. An era where, with technology, these benders won't be able to control us anymore.
Can I lunge past him and try to smash the control panel with my metal fist?
What we can do at this point, actually, is enter combat.
Ooh.
Alright. As always, I need to refresh myself on how combat works in this game! Alright, where's the...
Oh, that soundtrack's good!
Yeah, this is...
Hey, we're mixing it up for this session, guys. Okay. Okay. It is time for you guys to choose your... not techniques, what's it called? Your positions? Your...
Basic techniques.
Your,
Yeah, the techniques are the things you use. Your stances, I think it's called.
Stances, yeah.
Yeah. Which stances would you like to choose?
Advance and attack.
Advance and attack.
I will use evade and observe.
Okay. Makwa chose defend and maneuver. So he is going to use... Can I make this show up? Did it show up?
Yep.
Yeah, he's going to use the technique grapple line. Toss out a grappling line and zip around the battlefield to new advantageous position. Mark 1 fatigue to become favored and disengage with all current foes. Re-engage with a foe of your choice as you take up your new position. If you spend any gears on this technique, inflict impaired on any foes with whom you engage.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, so what he does, because you guys kind of like spread out a bit as you came in, he shoots like Spider-Man style, and this line comes out of his sleeve and attaches to something to the wall, and it lifts him up. And as he comes down towards Rasmus, the ground starts to like shake below you. As he comes in, he like slams down. It's almost as if he's using the technology of the room to act like, I don't know, he's like a big King Kong Hulk smash kind of thing. But he can't actually do that, but this room is giving him the technology to do it. He is favored and you are impaired.
Great.
But that is all he can do. With that, advance and attack, I think was Rasmus and Sono, yes?
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all up?
Do you mind if I go first?
My thing is going to be a pressure action where I'm just going to talk.
Okay,
So I
sure.
don't know
We
if that
can go
makes
first.
sense.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so I'm going to use pressure. And as he
Okay.
lands with me, I'll try my best to keep my footing, and I'll pull out the one Kali stick that I've got remaining. Makwa, why didn't you just come talk to me? You know I can't bend. I would have been your connect. You think Bashira has any say in this? Like, I would have been with you. And I want to impress upon him that I might be on his side. And I'd like to prevent him from advancing and attacking next time this way. So, roll.
Okay, first of all, did you roll with passion to start off?
I just did.
Oh, it's a miss. Fuck.
Okay, so on a miss... On a miss, you stumble. You can shift your balance away from center to use one basic technique. So if you want to use pressure, you have to shift your balance away from center.
Oh, or I just don't do anything?
Correct.
Okay, yeah, I think in this case it doesn't make sense to shift.
Okay.
So, I just speak. That's all I do.
Big dog.
Okay. He like from this like cool, really cool guys. I can't stress that enough. Like crouch position. He stands up super tall and he says, "Connect? Like I don't have my own connects." And he does that thing with his pointer finger, his pinky,
No!
and smooths out his eyebrows.
He's so lame. No.
Sona, what do you do?
Advance and attack. Full hit, fucker.
Oh, yeah!
What does
Okay.
it do on a full hit? Can I do two things?
So on a full hit, you can mark one fatigue to use a learned technique. You can use one practice techniques, or you can use two different basic or mastered techniques. So I think all of yours are basic or mastered techniques right now. So you can use two.
How close is the bad guy to me right now?
I don't know. He's not engaged with you right now. He's only engaged with Rasmus.
Okay, well my first thing was that if there's not like clear wires showing where the energy is coming from in this room, if there is a clear source of energy, I'm gonna smash that. If there's not,
The
I'm gonna
whole
smash
room.
the panel. Okay, I'm
Like I
smashing
said, you're
the
in
fuck out of the
Tron
panel.
right now. Everything's there's no panel. The panel's in the wall.
But you
and
said it
away.
was a... Yeah, I smashed the
So
wall.
like there was this whole big computer looking thing. That whole computer went into the wall and a panel went down in front of it. So you're trying to
wall
break
panel.
into
I
that.
thought you were like an electronic panel.
No, yeah, part of the wall came down in front
Ah!
of it. So yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
I would have defended maneuvered then. Fuck.
Well, you can advance an attack in so many different ways.
Is his wire still somewhere?
It's in his sleeve, like Spider-Man.
Okay, so it's not like I couldn't fucking yank the wire right now if I wanted to.
No, it's not visible. It let go as he came down onto the ground.
Dang it! Fucking advance and attack. This is useless. Okay, well
How
I'm
about
gonna.
you fucking burn him?
No, I have a metal
Firebender?
fist. What do you mean I'm gonna?
I don't think that's what we agreed in the fiction. I don't think you can't bend at all. I think you just have one less
No.
technique.
My
to
thing with
bend
Sono is that she can, but she always bended with her dominant hand, and so she knows she can hurt people with her dominant hand, and she's scared of what she can do with her non-dominant. That's the whole
No, I think,
lore.
but I think Mike is right. I think what we yes, totally in fiction that makes sense. I think we had decided you just get one less technique to use because your like hand.
Oh,
is
so I get
impaired.
one technique right now?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. That's fine. So I'm impaired.
Unless you
right?
want it, unless you want to in some way try to,
No.
you know.
Actually, I think it's useful as of now. I really like this hand right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna strike the motherfucker.
Okay. So you're gonna force him to mark 2 fatigue, mark a condition, or shift his balance away from center, his choice. Yes.
No. I'm gonna mark 1 fatigue, and I'm gonna
Okay.
hammer them with my blows.
Okay.
So can I hit specifically like the hand in which he has the grappling hook? And
You can.
And I would like to inflict a condition.
Okay.
No, actually, no. I take that back. Sorry, guys. Sorry. I'm gonna mark 2 fatigues on him.
Okay. So he marks. So you just come and pummel him, and he's actually pretty quick. And as you're punching, he's able to block a couple of your blows, but you punch with this like metal covered fist, and you hear like a crunch of something, and he kind of looks down like ooh.
Didn't even feel
like
it.
like you might have dented some of the mechanisms he has under his sleeve. Okay, so you're like hammering away. Sounds good. Evade and observe. We have FB. What would you like to do?
I'm just like I think I watched Razor to convince him, and I watched Sono just kind of try to punch him in the fucking face, and I kind of stand back, and I don't know if I get to choose what status I can do, but I'm basically just gonna stand there and I'm just gonna airbend in this vortex of air around Sono, like attempting to give her fuel for her fire, so I can inflict or give status to her, but I don't know what is appropriate, Matt. I don't know if it's my choice.
Can you put whatever that technique is into the chat just so I can take a look at it?
Yes, it is.
Well, so I think
Bolster hinder.
first step is you have to roll with either creativity or harmony, your choice.
Okay, I'll roll. Yeah,
See how many
creativity.
techniques you get. Creativity is a
Nice.
hit. Perfect, so you can use that. So you are attempting to bolster Sono, you said, yes?
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't know which one. I know there's empowered, favored, inspired, prepared. I don't really know the scale of those necessarily. So
Yeah, that's fine. Favored makes sense to me, and that would overcome her handicap, because that gives her, +1 technique to her -1. So it makes sense. Like you try to bend, like maybe the wind past her fist to like she might
I'm
be
trying to,
slowed
and I'm
by
like
that.
entering those airbending forms where my footwork is starting to do that kind of spot, like leaf on the wind, as I'm swirling this air around me into this vortex.
Yeah, perfect. Top of the next round. What is everyone going to choose?
Advance and attack.
Same.
Okay.
I will defend a maneuver.
Okay. So you go first, FB, with defend and maneuver. Please roll with focus.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm going to. Let's see. As I'm doing this footwork, I would like to establish an advantageous position. Any
Okay.
foe engagement can hit a block this by marking a fatigue, but I don't know if he's engaged with me right now.
He's not engaged with you. He's engaged with the other two.
I basically want to get to an area where I would have like a sight line on for the whole room. Like I want to be able to see like in a position where I can get to where I can see him wherever he goes. I don't want to be caught out if I'm like he moves somewhere randomly.
Yeah, I think you just go to like the other corner, right? And that way you kind of get this whole look of the room. And if he goes somewhere else, then like no one's gonna be between you and him. Like you
Gotcha.
can get.
Okay,
wherever.
perfect. Yep.
Cool. All right, so you have seized a position. Advanced an attack. Why don't you both roll with passion, and whoever gets the higher number goes first. He
Well,
also
I'm-
chose advanced an attack. Sono is a miss.
I'm impaired, which is saying that I'm slow and off balance. I can mark 1 fatigue or take -2 to all physical actions. So is this for one exchange? Is this for all exchanges going forward? I don't really understand the status still.
Yeah, good question. I think what we've been deciding is if you mark mark 1 fatigue and take for this exchange. Right now you're only impaired for this exchange.
Okay, so the last exchange is when I became impaired. Now this impair is going to last for this exchange and then it clears?
Yes.
Okay. Or I can mark 1 fatigue and not be impaired.
Correct.
Okay, yeah, then I think I'll mark 1 fatigue, get out of the impair. Maybe I like throw him off me and take a step back, and then
Nice.
roll an 8.
Okay. Well, you go first then.
So a practice technique requires a full hit.
Correct.
Okay.
A practiced technique requires a 10 plus or a full hit.
Okay. Then I will use a master technique called Overwhelm.
Okay.
Which is to throw a punch with all my weight. I mark 3 fatigue to inflict stunned. And I say, Makwa, you think these gadgets and gizmos are going to save you from a stick to the head? And I'll just Kali stick directly at his temple.
Perfect. So next exchange he will be stunned.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So since I miss, what happens?
Since you rolled a miss, you can shift your balance in away from center to use 1 basic technique.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That works perfectly fine for me. So, keep in mind, from here on out, when I advance an attack or evade and observe, I will roll with focus instead of the normal stats now. Because I have Mind of Steel that says that if I have fewer conditions marked than my highest principle, I can roll with focus instead.
Nice.
And I have +2 towards control. And I only have insecure marked right now.
Nice. Okay.
Cool. So, and now I can use 1 technique, right?
You can use 1 technique. Yes.
I think you see Sono like relentlessly going for hits with that 1 metal fist, and like there's like the wind picking up, like blowing her hair, and you can see the metal like starting to glow reds. But like it doesn't affect the hit, obviously. But like it's just like for the visuals, you know, for the vibes. So she's kind of starting to. Something's not working and she's getting frustrated right now. But yeah, I'm striking and I'm not gonna force anything on him. So you can mark 2 fatigue or a condition or shift his balance right now.
He will shift his balance.
Sick.
Being pummeled like this, he starts to get annoyed quite a bit, and it kind of you can see his brows furrowing as if this is the second stage of Frieza and Goku fighting or something. And yeah, he will move his balance 1 away from center.
Sick.
Okay, it is his turn, and he was favored, so he gets an additional technique this round.
Is my favorite gone after this round, Mike?
Yeah, he used it last time. I think your favorite is gone after this round, and so it was his. So he looks toward. Let me see. He doesn't love this, so the first thing he is going to do is use the technique tie down on Sono, who is pummeling him. Use a device to tie down your target to a surface or object of your choice. Mark for he becomes impaired and is attached to that surface, essentially engaged with it.
So I'm
and cannot
doubly
move away or
impaired right
escape.
now? I'm already impaired.
Oh, you were already impaired?
Because of my metal arm.
Are you gonna be trapped? Worse.
Yeah, well, I think you didn't have the status of impaired because that's not what impaired does. You just had a thing.
Okay.
So what he does is he shoots out this line of cord from his like Spider-Man under his really cool sleeve thing, and it like wraps around you and attaches to the wall, kind of like it had attached to the ceiling before. Either side attaches to the wall, and you're stuck against it. And then against Rasmus, he is going to use Zip Zap. Send a spark of electricity erupting from a device you control. Mark 1 fatigue or inflict 2 fatigue, and inflict 2 fatigue and impaired on the target engaged. If your target is already impaired, inflict another 2 fatigue.
Wow.
So he is going to mark 1 fatigue to inflict 4 fatigue on you. As the ground below you stops wiggling as much, but sends shocks up through your body.
Hang on, but we said that I'm not impaired anymore because I marked fatigue, not to be impaired.
At the end of the exchange, I think you were impaired for this exchange, which is why you had to mark a fatigue.
Oh, okay. So, for fatigue, I'm at like -3 now. Which means what? I already had 4 marked out of 5. So I'm just
Did you
dead.
take some away?
Well, I started with 0. I took 1 to clear the impaired, I thought. And then I took 3 to do my overwhelm, which is supposed to stun him.
Okay. So what I'm gonna say
I was stunning
is,
him like right now, as opposed to for next turn.
okay, fill your fatigue and then mark a condition for me. Do it that way.
Okay. Being zapped by electricity does not feel great, and as my focus clenches, I become afraid.
Okay. That makes sense. And let me point out, you weren't just zapped, you were zip zapped.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes. Very important.
First the zip, and then what
The
really
zap.
gets me is the
That
zap.
motherfucking zap.
I think that is it, yes? That's everybody had their turn.
Exchange? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For the next exchange, because he is stunned, I'm going to give him 1 less technique to do.
So, should we understand these turns as kind of happening simultaneously? So as my stick was whistling towards his head, he was tasing me?
Yeah, effects technically go into effect at the end of the exchange. So, like, if someone gets knocked out, they still get to take their turn, and they're knocked out at the end of the exchange.
Okay.
So, same thing. So, like, he is now stunned you have hit him in the head with a stick.
Okay.
As for the tie down thing that he did on me, do I need to do defend and maneuver and seize a position to pay the 3 fatigue fee, or can I just do that and then like attack and advance and attack?
Okay, 3 feet. No, you can choose whichever approach you want.
But can I do this approach and free myself on the same turn?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yep. Freeing yourself from that is just something you can do.
Sick.
Yeah, it doesn't take a technique to do that.
So I'm advancing an attack.
Okay. Sono's going to advance an attack.
I will evade and observe.
I
Okay.
will also advance an attack.
Okay. Advance and attack, you two go first, because he is also going to evade and observe.
Would you like to go first?
So
Yep.
what does stunned actually do then? If he can still, oh, it's one less. You're saying?
I gave him one less, yeah. It doesn't really specify very well, so I gave him one less technique to do. Sono got a hit, you can use one technique. FB got a miss with a 4, so you can choose to shift away from center in order to use a technique.
Well, Sona would be first, right? Because she
Yes.
was higher. Right.
Yeah, Sono, why don't you go first?
I think Sono throws like this one last punch with this like glowing red metal fist, and then she kind of looks at it, and she has this like, you've seen it before, like when she gets into a fight, she gets so into it, she kind of loses it. She gets in that fashionable demeanor, and so she takes a step back, exhale, and she throws her non-dominant hand in the air, and this massive vein of flame just fucking rushes towards the villain, and that's a
Sounds
strike.
good. So you're gonna strike him. Okay, sounds good. And you paid to disengage with the wall.
Also, yes.
Okay. Yeah, as you as your flame cuts through this thing holding you against it, shoots across the room, and he will mark a condition. He is going to mark the uncertain condition. He is uncertain about his position now, whereas he was rather certain before.
We don't get that.
He has very fun conditions.
Special NPC conditions.
Give him some more conditions, and you will see what he gets. But the first one he is going to mark is uncertain.
Nice.
Yes. At that, that is Sono's turn. FB, what would you like to do?
I am going to... suddenly my footwork stops, and I launch off one foot and just do a flying wheel kick as this this tornado that's this vertical comes down and catches Sono's flame blast and just punches it forward. Or so I will mark a fatigue to strike at him as well.
Okay.
Right? Is that what I have to do? Or no, mark or change my balance?
No, you can just strike at him, but if you mark one fatigue, you decide what happens to him.
What I'm saying, to attack at all, I need to shift my balance away from center, right? Because I missed.
Correct. You have to shift your balance away
So
from
I'm
center.
shifting my balance towards determination,
Okay.
and then
Perfect.
I'm going to also mark one fatigue to then make him mark 2 fatigue himself.
You want him to mark 2 fatigue. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
You don't want him to have another fun condition. Yeah, okay.
No, I wanted to
Yeah.
only have conditions left. That's what I'm going
Beautiful.
for.
Yeah. So this happened, and he's holding his head, having been stunned by this blow, just gets smacked into the wall. Kind of ends up on all threes and looks up, anger in his face, at the lot of you. Okay, that ends your turn.
Yes.
All right. Did anyone? Yeah. Rasmus, you also evaded and observed, correct?
I did, yeah.
Okay, please clear one fatigue, and then roll with either creativity or harmony. Your choice.
All right. It needs to be creativity. So that's a hit.
Okay, that is a hit. What technique would you like to use?
I'm going to use bolster or hinder, and as I was just zip zapped and my tuchus still has not unclenched, I will shrug out of my panda crab leather vest and toss it over his head to try to block his sunglasses vision for a moment.
Okay.
And I'm looking to get into a new position where I cannot be zip zapped again.
Sure. Yeah, and I think that that would impair him for the next exchange.
Wonderful.
As he has this coat on his head, But for now, he pushes the coat back, looks at the lot of you, and he is going to use his special technique called monologue.
Oh no! No!
Yes.
Rant a bit about your own awesomeness in the middle of a fight, clear 1 fatigue, and become inspired.
Typical villain behavior.
He throws this coat off, and he says, "You fools! you think that you can stop me? Me, Makwataki, the greatest mind from the Northern Water Tribe, probably the greatest mind in the world." People say that I've copied the Future Industries building headquarters for this, but don't they know I helped design that building in the first place? And at that point, as he, like, these 2 cords come out from under his sleeve and lift him a little bit off the ground, like a very wobbly Dr. Octopus.
Yes.
We are going to take a quick
Oh.
break.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Missed my break.
We will be back in approximately 5 minutes or so, with the exciting conclusion to this battle and this short-run campaign. Don't leave. Don't go
Right
anywhere. Actually, you should comment on how awesome the art is that pops up during the break. Thank you all. We'll be back. Welcome back to your worst nightmare.
Oh, it's good to be back.
All right, yeah. Before we took our break, you were fighting Makwataki, the head of Makwatech Industries, who believes himself to be really, really cool.
It's not the
Top of the exchange, which approaches would you like to choose?
I'm evading and observing this time.
Yeah, I gotta keep evading and keep observing.
I'm also
Okay.
gonna evade and observe.
Oh god.
Okay. All right. Well, Makwa is gonna go first then. He wants to, what's it called? Advance and attack this time. So he is impaired, so he's gonna choose 1 fewer technique. But he is also, what is he? Inspired. Which he can clear inspired to shift his balance towards a principle of his choice. So he's gonna save that in his back pocket. But he looks rather inspired as he tries to fuck you all up right now. Okay, we are doing an advanced in attack. He looks around, and he sees Sono, again, that you are free, and having just thrown a big bout of fire at him, he says, "Let's see if you know a more advanced fire technique!" And he is gonna zip-zap you
Oh no.
as well.
What does that do again?
And he kind of like crosses his hands together over his chest, and electricity shoots out of the ground from where you're standing. He marks 1 fatigue, and you're not impaired right now, right?
No.
No, so you are going to mark 2 fatigue, and you are impaired.
I only had
As
one
this is about to
fatigue
happen,
Okay.
I'm like just full half mooning around, and at the last second I just pivot in front of Sono, and I take the blow. Instead, I'm gonna expend a destiny sign, to use self-sacrifice. And what that does is, once per scene, I can mark my destiny track to supernaturally absorb an incoming blow aimed at an ally within view, and I cancel all fatigue conditions or balance shifts that would have been inflicted as a result of that strike.
That's so good.
Okay.
And I think you just kind of see me like, I'm like airbending, but then I kind of weirdly just like stop, and I like kind of instant transmission in front of Sono, and I'm just sitting there and I just take the blow instead, and I just like look back at him. Like it's like a weird creepy. It's like a weird creepy.
Yeah.
kind of thing.
and he looks. What was the condition he has? He looks further uncertain about what's going on. That is one of his techniques. He's going to use a second one. And he is going to... he is going to use salvage. So as these blows are hitting, like parts of the wall in the room that he's in start like falling apart, right? Like this fire hits the wall and whatever mech it like you know, if this was, I don't know, Minecraft, little blocks of technology just start falling around, and he starts scooping some of these up. So he is gonna roll a.
So Matt, sorry, this says evade and observe though. He can do two
Oh!
different stances.
No, I'm sorry. He's not gonna do salvage. Sorry.
Okay.
That's right.
That
He's
was
only
cool,
doing advanced and attack.
These gears, that sounds so cool. What an interesting mechanic we haven't explored.
They're bullshit. Punch him harder.
All right. He is going to then try to tie down FB again.
Oh yeah.
So again, he shoots out his thingy. He'll mark 1 fatigue. And right now, FB, you are impaired and you are engaged with the floor. he kind of shoots this thing in like a parabola and it hits you and it like holds you down to the ground. And he says, "Try the instant transmission now, you fool." But that is the end of his turn, and I think all y'all are evading and observing, so you can do that.
It's a hit. And
9.
I'm sorry. So clear 1 fatigue, roll with creativity. Ah. Yes.
Okay, yep, please all clear 1 fatigue, and we will, excuse me, start with Sono.
So I think Sono's eyes go wide as she sees FB just suddenly standing in front of her, literally taking the blow she was about to take. And that's when she looks down at her flaming fist and she goes like, I can control myself. I don't have to lose control. So I will shift 1 more towards control, which puts me at +3. Which is very good for me.
So you are
committing,
using... Which one is it?
Commit.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you're at the edge. You are almost out of balance. If you get out of balance... Alright.
Watch out.
Yeah. Alright, that sounds good.
Yeah, you can just see like this crazed look kind of fade away for a minute.
Beautiful. FB, you are up.
So can I do anything if I'm impaired?
Okay, so what's this technique? Let me see. Tie down. You cannot move away or disengage from what you are engaged with, which is the ground, unless you pay 3 fatigue to break free or otherwise clear impaired.
Okay, so all I'm gonna do is talk. So I can do this from the ground. I don't need to move.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
So I'm gonna use my one of my class combat abilities, and it's called Anticipate. And I study a nearby foe to learn where the momentum will take them next. Declare the approach they're tending towards in the next exchange. That foe must use that approach or mark a condition. And I'm gonna say to him, "You're a coward, and you're gonna act like one." And I'm gonna tell him that he has to defend a maneuver next turn.
Okay. Nice. You mean I can't use my cool salvage technique next turn? Darn you! Beautiful. Okay.
Arr.
I think I'm just studying his footwork. Like I think I'm just doing that thing that like they teach you in karate where you're just looking at. You're ignoring everything except their footwork.
Yes, I also learned that same technique playing clarinet. Rasmus, you are up. You get a miss. You can mark 1 fatigue in order to use the technique if you would like.
I can't really afford that, so I'm going to spend this turn unclenching my ass from being zip-zapped. And finally feel some relaxation.
Yeah, roll for Poopy. Since as you unclench here. No. But you still clear 1 fatigue. You still get to clear that 1 fatigue. Okay. At the top of the next round, you know what my man's choosing. He only has 1 choice. So what would you all like to choose?
I just have I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Let's say I lose balance, right?
Yep.
Like if he tips me 1 more over control, or I do it, or whatever happens.
Yep.
I shift the red dots 1 towards control, right?
Yes, and you are out of the scene.
Really?
Yep.
Yep, it's a big deal.
Oh well, but I thought it had to be conditions and fatigue too.
Nope. If you lose your balance, you are out of the scene.
It happened to me last time in that last fight. I lost my balance and I had to leave.
Oh.
Which can be cool for future scenes, but would be difficult for your friends in this one.
No, it's fucking me over because I was like, I want to lose balance so that way my blue thing can align with my red thing, and I can unlock my moment of balance. Fuck.
I feel like those are opposite.
Yeah, but like I was like, I mean, it works. So like.
All right. Well, what would you like to do? What are we talking about? Approaches, right? Which approaches would everyone like to choose?
I'm attacking.
Evade and observe.
I am going to, I think, defend and maneuver.
Okay. So please roll with focus for defend and maneuver.
Nice.
That is a hit. What would you like to do?
I am going to do that thing where I am. What does it take? What is steering to the ground again? Sorry, I just want to know in the fiction matter. Like, what is it? What is it sticking me to the ground?
It's one of his like cables. It's like these cables that he shoots out.
I'm gonna do the like a thing where I take like a super like deep breath, like inflate my lungs as much as I can. I go and try to like expand my chest against it, and then I rapidly release the breath, and I try to just like kind of like squeeze right out of there, and I will use ready. And it says mark 1 fatigue to ready yourself for your environment, assigning or clearing a fiction for status because I'd clear impaired.
Yeah.
To myself. And I just like, do a thing where I kind of like, you guys know how Jedi can like do that, where they like really like to get really super deep breath and they can breathe like underwater or shit like that, or like hold their breath in like in case they try to toxin you. By the way, Phantom Mediterranean, you see up there, just go plug that. That new poster, it's so good. So I do like a Jedi breath, and I just kind of go, and I try to like squeeze out of the, like push myself, like almost like my feet on the floor, just like backslide out of this cable, and just like try to slide a little bit.
Yes, you do this really cool move, like from the best Star Wars movie, which is the Phantom Menace. Yes. 100%.
Breathing, running really fast, swimming. These are things that are important in Pal World to do.
Yeah. Beautiful. It is Makwataki's turn because he is also going to defend and maneuver. So, let me see.
And the tuba on this track is just
It's really good.
energizing.
You're black and yellow, black and yellow.
He is going to do. He's going to hold off on that. Okay. Yeah, defend and maneuver wasn't what I was planning on.
See, that's why I gotta mess with them. I gotta mess with them.
He has that like zip around technique, right?
He does. He does have that. He's not going to use that right now, but he does have 2 techniques to use. He does 2 things. He turns back towards where like Sono is, who's been the one kind of like mostly clobbering him with blows, and he seizes a position
I mark
of getting
to block it.
What?
He's not. No, he's not leaving. He's not leaving the scene. He's not escaping.
But I can set. It says any foe engaged which you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. The technique as a whole, he can't do it if I mark it.
What's the move you're using there?
It's built into Dissy's position. That's why I chose to
Yeah.
maneuver.
100%. Okay, so
this fucking
what does that
nerd.
look like? Because he's just trying to he's trying to engage with you. He's trying to get up in your face. What is the thing you are going to do to stop him?
Is there any counters in the space that we're on, or like anything that like I could put in the way?
No, I mean there's some like random technological looking things on the ground, much like the random technological things that were around that dumpster that you were fighting at a few sessions ago.
Anything hanging from the ceiling? Lights?
There's not. It's very much like a cube of. It's like you're inside like some computer thing that I don't understand.
Okay, I think if I see him push forward, then I just like I kind of like I put my hand forward, and again this like it kind of gracefully swooshes flame across, but like it doesn't touch him, but it gets close enough that like he has to back away.
And he backs up so he's not all up in your face the way he was trying to get. He said, "Oh, don't want me in your face, huh?" And all of a sudden, these cables start coming out from, like, around those big lapels, out of his sleeves, and they're all sticking out from all around him, and he's going to use Retaliate. So he steals himself for blows. Each time a foe inflicts fatigue, a condition, or shifts his balance, he inflicts 1 fatigue on them. So that is what he's going to do this turn. And I believe Sono and... Rasmus are using advance and attack, yes?
No, evade and observe.
Oh, I was entirely incorrect then. Alright. So you both, please, clear 1 fatigue and roll with either creativity or harmony, your choice.
I'm advancing and attacking?
Well, then do that instead.
I'll do that.
So before that, you are going to roll with Passion.
Yes,
Passion.
Passion.
A hit. All right.
That is a hit. Alright, which technique would you like to use?
I am going to strike. So seeing him kind of take 1 step back from the gout of flame that Sono just produced, I will come up behind him, and I will try to puncture any of his like super technologically looking stuff under his jacket with my cowl stick.
Yeah, absolutely. So,
strike.
you're just going to do a regular strike?
Yeah, so 2 fatigue, condition, or shift balance. Yeah.
He is going to mark another condition, I think. As he's being hit and pummeled by one of his boyhood bullies' younger brothers. He is gonna mark disgusted.
Ooh.
Oh, look at that.
That's a strong word.
Hey. So he currently is both uncertain and disgusted. And I believe then...
order uni at a sushi restaurant.
That leaves Sono to clear 1 fatigue and roll with either creativity or harmony.
Or focus, actually.
Or focus with your fancy thingy. And that is a hit.
We're rolling nothing but 9s.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, man. All just hits.
I think I'll commit myself again. And
Okay.
and so yeah, you saw like earlier how she was like, whoa, like the FB just took the hit from me. I need to like be able to think straight. Like she's very expressive. You saw all that go through, and then she had to like defend herself and use her flame, and she realized that like, wait, I can bend properly with my non-dominant hand. It's not that bad. And you see this craze like just like eating at her again. And so I'm putting myself towards connection. So I'm not on the edge anymore.
Okay. That sounds good. Back to the top of the round of the exchange. Can everyone please choose their approach?
Advance and attack.
Advance and attack.
I will defend a maneuver.
All right, at the top, defend and maneuver. That is FB. Face wrapped, as if there are wounds below, but in fact, there's no wounds. There's not even a face. Please roll with focus.
9.
That is a
baby.
hit.
Let's
9,
go.
9, 9. Beautiful thing. What would you like to do to defend and maneuver?
I'm gonna do another. I'm gonna ready. So I'll mark 1 feet to ready yourself. or your environment, I'm gonna assign. It's assign or clear fictionally appropriate status of nearby character yourself. So I'm gonna now what do they call it when you are on your back and you can like get up somehow, like some kind of fucking magic?
Right.
They call it like a kip up or something. You know what I mean? When you're like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna start airbending again. I'm gonna say Sono and Flying Bison secret technique, blast furnace, and I'm gonna give her a positive condition this turn. So I'm just full bore like industrial fan like technique, kind of like just these wide motions of my arm, and this ear is now funneling to give her a positive again. I don't know what size is appropriate.
I'm thinking prepared. You're ready for what's coming. Clear, prepared to take a +1 to an appropriate roll, or avoid marking a condition.
Sick.
Yeah, either
So
one of the positive ones I'm fine with.
Okay. Sounds good. All right.
Mike and I are such a tag team. I fucking love it. Andre,
That brings
the
us to
Avenger!
advanced. That brings us to advance and attack, which is Sono and Rasmus. Yes.
Yes.
I should write this down instead of trying to remember because there's too many rounds of this. But go ahead and roll with passion.
I needed that so bad.
It's
Ooh!
okay, because listen, you know,
Full
there's a lot
hit for
of
Sono
elements
10.
that oppose each other, but like one thing that doesn't oppose each other is actually air. Air can help fire out.
Yeah, that's for sure. And a miss.
Rasmus gets a 6. Okay. Let's do Sono first. Sono, what is the first approach you would like to use? Not approach, but technique you would like to use.
I'm using 2 strikes.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so I
Oh,
think like as a blast furnace, like Sono's she has this red flaming fist right now, and she also
Yeah.
has her regular hand engulfed in actual flames, and like a blast furnace is kind of like whew, and like the flames kind of like eat at her shoulder and like slowly creeping up, and she just fucking sprints towards the guy, and like she just a mix of everything, like a fan of flame, fucking punch in the face, uppercut motherfucker, another fan.
Okay. So are you gonna do the regular strikes, or are you gonna mark fatigues to choose what happens to
Regular.
him? Okay. So with that, what happens? You start throwing these blows, and I think you're just in the groove as you're throwing all of these strikes at him. And what happens is your hand gets so red hot that as you punch, the metal around it flies off, and both of your hands are free. I have been waiting for you to get a full hit to have that happen.
Oh,
It's been
fuck yeah.
It's been a little while. So we got it now, though. Yeah, so as you pummel him, he is going to shift his balance away from center 1 time. And he is going to mark the condition belittled, as he is just pummeled by all of these things. Okay, that is Sono's turn. Very nice. Rasmus, you got a miss. Would you like to mark a fatigue to use the technique?
I would. I will mark a fatigue, and with the blast furnace billowing around me, the majority of it focused on Makwa, but still, it's getting quite hot. So
Yeah.
I try to push forward. It's really tough, and my eyebrows start to singe. But I get up right behind him, and I will use the pressure technique to intimidate him. I reach under his trench coat and find the line of his underwear, and I yank up in a wedgie. And I say, if Bashira bullied you, then you really deserved it.
Fuck this guy, yeah.
All right, man. Yeah, which approach do you not want him to be able to use next time?
I do not want him to be able to advance an attack.
Yeah.
You cannot advance that. Okay. That makes sense. This time, he did not advance an attack either. He chose to evade and observe. So he gets 2 techniques to use. He is going to use salvage, which I wanted to
There
use
it
before, but
is.
chose the wrong approach. He's going to roll a single 6-sided dice. Oh. That is a 5.
4 gears.
He has 4 gears to use. That he can use his gears Spend gears 1 for 1 instead of fatigue on technology techniques or basic techniques using technology training. So instead, he can get rid of these gears instead of marking fatigue to do certain things. As his second technique, he's not gonna monologue again.
No,
But that was fun. What do you mean?
He is looking at all of you. Let me see. Does he? He...
We got any
he-
other combat tracks, Matt? Sorry to interrupt. Because I do love this one, but it's like...
I love it. No.
Somehow
No, there it is.
somehow the speakers turn on. Like he smacks against the wall from these strikes, and he accidentally hits a secret play button for the speakers that start playing the music from out in the club.
That's it.
We can definitely do that, most certainly. Yeah, he definitely looks at Rasmus, and he says, "You, just like a Lee, force your will on everybody else." Ugh, as he tries to stick his underwear back into his pants. He is testing your balance. He is calling you out and trying to shift your balance towards force and away from care.
Fine by me.
Okay.
I'll take it.
There you go. Top of the round.
Advance and attack. Advance and attack.
Attack, attack, attack. I'm a hammer, so if I see somebody to nail...
FB, which
I
way
will
are you
defend.
choosing?
I'll defend a maneuver.
Okay, he is also going to defend and maneuver because he cannot advance and attack. So please, FB, roll with focus.
Hey!
Beautiful, full hit, 2 techniques. What would you like to do?
I would like to, let's see. I'm going to this time, mark a fatigue to assign. I want to assign a negative status to him. Like I want to do something where, so it's ready,
Yeah.
but I'm not sure what would be appropriate. I think what I'd like to do is kind of trap him in this whirlwind now, where like he can't, his movement's going to be somehow affected by this buffeting stream of air that's kind of spinning him around a little bit, almost like a tornado, like a kind of a tornado style technique.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I'll give you trapped, but trapped is a pretty big one. I mean, trapped is so I'm gonna say that'll be your 2 techniques in order to have him trapped. Otherwise, if you want to use just 1 technique, you can make him impaired.
I will, stealing myself, focusing just on my breathing, just go, and all of a sudden you see this whirling kind of dervish start to swirl around him, and I'll use both techniques to trap him.
Beautiful. Yeah, he's stuck in this whirlwind now. Almost like it's around him, and as he tries to like leave, it like pushes him back in. Beautiful. Okay. It is his turn. So in order to get rid of trapped, he has to mark a combination of 3 conditions or fatigue to escape. He is going to mark 2 fatigue and the condition humiliated.
Oh yeah, fucker.
That's what we were going for.
At this, as he jumps out of it, and as he's like in the air just above this whirlwind, as you go to move it to catch him, he uses grapple line to attach himself to the ceiling and pull himself up. And then he moves a panel in the ceiling and is going to use seize a position to attempt to escape from this room.
Son of a...
Blocked it.
Anyone can mark a fatigue to
I'm
try and
doing
stop
it.
him.
I am locked
Okay.
on his ass.
What does that look like?
Okay, I fucking ninja parkour my way. Like I start wall running and then I fucking launch myself towards him and I like grab him by the leg and I fucking yank him to the ground and I fucking smash it. Like
Well, you go to yank him, and he like comes off the ground and is still holding on. He shifted his principal again away from center. He has a third technique to use now. So he is going to try to seize a position and escape again.
I'm
Somebody else needs to mark a fatigue if they want to stop him.
I can do that. I will do that. to
Okay.
block. Yeah, I can do
So
that.
as you see him, he's hanging, and he's like, just hold on 1 minute. I'll be there for the test run. And he goes to pull himself up. Still Sono on his leg. What do you do, FB?
I will suddenly from this breath position. I will almost like rising sun position, and I'll just and I create a downdraft that just pulls him, that just yanks him down again.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, and I think at this, like, you guys like break apart, and he lands on his feet. Right? No conditions or fatigue from this, but you have definitely successfully stopped him. He is on the ground now again. Okay. Again, I didn't write it down. Sono and
Advanced
Rasmus,
attacking for me.
you both chose advance and attack?
Yeah.
Okay, please roll with passion.
Focus for me.
How high is the ceiling, Matt?
Pretty high.
What's a full hit?
10 plus. 7 to 9 is a... Oh, Rasmus.
It's rolling so bad.
Okay.
Yeah, so that could... If you had a 9, you could have used prepared to get you
Yeah,
to a 10.
yeah.
But you got... Sono got a hit with a 7. What would you like to do?
I strike his ass. No, like you see, Sono is like there's nothing else around. If you like, you know for a fact if you would get in between him and her, you'd take the blow. She is locked on this dude, and she's not leaving until he's on the ground, fucking unconscious or dead.
Okay. Perfect. So you strike out at him, continuing to pummel him. His belittled and humiliated ass. Just the regular? Just the regular?
Yes.
Regular flavor.
Regular.
He will mark 2 fatigue. Now he's looking roughly, my friends. Okay. Then Rasmus, what would you like to do?
He's, because of his grapple technique, grapple line, he's ended up pretty far away from me. And I just pause for a second, looking at this airbender and this firebender completely eviscerating this poor technologist, this poor nerd who's trying so hard with his appearance. And yeah, Bashir bullied him. Bashir was young once. And for a minute, I'm wondering, are we the baddies? And I do nothing with this turn.
You a baddie? I'll give you that. Okay. That is everyone's turn. He kind of looks around again, having tried to escape. And he says, "You know what? Never mind. Let's take this thing out for a test drive." Boss, does that mean you don't want us to wait? Yes, it means you don't have to wait for me. Go! Damn it.
Sean, what the hell?
And he stops and he looks at the 3 of you and he says, "Well, you've got a choice now. You can choose to try and take me down, or you can go and try to stop the master plan.
What are you even doing? What are you testing? What is this door-to-door delivery?
Ah! Not telling you. You'll have to go and see.
Advance in the deck.
What? Oh no! Okay, back to the top of the round. Which approach would you like to choose, everybody?
Advance in the deck.
Okay.
I'm gonna evade and observe.
Okay.
I'm sorry, like I said, Sono's fucking
No,
locked
it's
in on that
perfect.
dude.
FB.
If I wanted something that wasn't in combat, could I do that before Sono forces me back into combat?
Yes, what would you like to do?
I can't hear you.
I think when he pauses, what I do, Matt, is I do that Qui-Gon Jinn thing, where I just kneel. I just take a knee, just kneel in front, and I'm gonna use a Destiny feature. I have to mark my destiny. So when I get to Destiny, I have to meet my fate, which is not great. But I am playing the Destined tonight, so I will use my move, Call from Afar. And what I can do is I can attempt to reach out and mind your spirit to a faraway NPC, mark 1 fatigue, and roll with harmony.
Okay.
I can post that. And on a hit, my message gets through to them. So then I can choose 2 of these options. So
Okay.
I'll roll first, see if it goes through. And
Yeah, roll with harmony.
Who are you reaching out to, though?
That is
That's
a
it.
hit.
I'm going to reach out and attempt to communicate with Master Janora. And I'll tell her, listen, I don't know if you can hear me right now, but there's something bad about to happen in the Spirit Wilds. They have a portal. They're trying to move around in this truck. If you can do anything to help, we'd appreciate it.
So this sounds like you're doing you send a premonition of danger seeking them, they forearm and prepare themselves to face the worst? Or do you want to cry for help and have them rush to your
No,
location?
I don't want them to rush to our location. I'd like to see if Janora could do anything to help. What you said the first thing, I think. The premonition of danger.
100%. Sorry, my cat named Janora is not right here because I have a different one. But oh no, she's on the other side. Hey girl, how you doing? No, she's looking at me. She heard you loud and clear. Definitely does. Beautiful, beautiful.
I'm going to feed her on Thursday night, so don't worry.
Yes,
We have a
yes.
connection already.
Yes, this connection of you feeding Janora while I'm out of town. It's beautiful. Okay. Beautiful. So that is happening. We'll put a pin in that for now. In combat, though. Okay. You were doing evade and observe, Rasmus?
Yeah.
Okay. Advance and attack. Sono, please roll with passion for me.
Or focus, or whatever it is you do with your...
Nice.
That is a
And
9 again.
Repaired. And so that's a
Are you
full
going to
hit.
use that? Full hit. Yeah, mark off prepared. You have used it. You get 2 techniques. Damn. Okay.
Yes. Fucking yes. I'm striking the motherfucker twice. Regular.
Regular strike twice. Okay. Well, he doesn't have 2 fatigue to mark, so he will choose to shift his principal away from center 1 time and mark the conditioned angry, which is his 5th and final condition. He is officially... He's rather composed in his... anime villain getup that he has. At this point, it's coming apart at the seams a little bit. And he's starting to, like, foam at the mouth and wide-eyed a bit. He's not happy.
Honestly,
Currently,
I imagine that's what it feels like to play a barbarian and to rage, you know? I feel so great right now. Like, I feel like I'm doing stuff, you know?
he is also... going to advance an attack. So he... let me see something. So he has 3 techniques to use.
Oh lord.
Okay. And he is pissed. He looks at you, Sono, right in front of him, and says, "Enough!" And he slams his foot on the ground, and the ground, again, kind of like when it was shaking underneath Rasmus's. This time, it just kind of like buckles under you, like these panels kind of like twist in, and you go down, throwing you off balance, and you are impaired.
Okay.
So that is the smash technique. He smashed the ground below you to impair you. And then he sticks out his arms, and these, like, twisted cords come out. The ones that he seemed to have more control of before and has less now. But they all kind of stick out straight together as he zip-zaps you for 4.
Oh my god.
For fatigue?
Yes. He spends 1 gear to zip-zap you for 4 fatigue.
Question though, Matt, doesn't
Yes.
Smash require him to mark 1 fatigue?
Yeah, he uses a gear for it.
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, and he so does Zip Zap, but he uses a gear for that as well.
Okay. So I marked 1 fatigue, and I'm marking angry, guilty, and troubled.
Beautiful. Yeah, as this like and I think like the electricity tries to throw you off, but these panels have like wedged your foot in there, so the force can't even throw you off. He turns around again and says, "This isn't how it was supposed to! Go!" And he just punches the wall, like in a fit of rage. And the panels again slide and start to like smash down as there is now a hole in the wall. And through this hole, you can see a crowd even more hyped up than they previously were. As you now have a large audience to this battle that you were doing. As DJ Desperation goes, "Damn, it's really going down tonight!" As he uses his final smash technique. And that is his turn. Rasmus, please clear a fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
Right. That's how we do it.
That's a hit. Beautiful.
So I'm gonna commit. I'm feeling a little guilty myself, having wedgied this poor individual. And if things had gone slightly differently, I might very well have been fighting on his side. Seeing these two benders combining to humiliate a non-bender just like me is giving me a little bit of pause. So I'm going to commit and shift back towards care.
Okay. Makes sense to me. Yeah, I think, again, we're at the top of the round, unless FB would like to do something outside of combat again.
I don't know if this works, Matt, but
What are you thinking?
I'm gonna be out of combat, right?
You can choose to be in combat, or you can choose to be out of combat. I think either one of those is a reasonable, you know.
I'm gonna use a move called, it's a not combat move, so I'm still out of combat.
Sure.
But it's called More Than Fate's Playthings, and I'm gonna use the move Call Out here. So I have to roll to. It's roll to call someone out. Is that what it is?
Yeah, when you call someone out to live up to their principle, confessing that their destiny is archaic. So are you trying to call out one of your friends? The thing is, I don't know that you know what Makwa's principle is. You could use the evade and observe move test balance to find out what it is, but no one's done that yet.
Okay, so I would need to know what is principle before I can use this move. Okay, so I
You need
will.
to know his principle first.
I will then evade observe to do that then.
Sure, makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to remember some of those balance things live in combat too.
Right. That's what I'm
mostly.
trying to figure out. Yeah, the difference between the two of those.
Yep. Yeah, in combat, pretty much you can force someone to tell you what their principle is.
So, I will
Okay, so-
roll. What is
Well,
that?
let everyone else. That's evade and observe, but let everyone else choose their approach.
Oh, right. Okay.
You tell me he's full on conditions, right?
Seems so. I guess I don't have to tell you that, but I will. Yes, his conditions are full.
I use my move, winning is everything.
Ooh.
I get to roll a +10 on the stance and move I want. I become favored.
All right, hold on. So what? Let me see what this. Is this a combat move or it's like a
It's
different class thing?
It's a class move.
Okay, when you choose to use dirty tactics, targeting. Oh, can you go back to that page because I was reading it off your
Oops,
page.
sorry.
I'm
Winning
being
is
big
everything.
brother in your little character sheet. When you choose to use dirty tactics, targeting an incident your foe is trying to protect. Your foe is not trying to protect an innocent.
No.
Oh, right. Oh, etc. No, that's an example. I say,
Don't
okay.
worry about
At the
it.
start of a combat exchange, instead of using one of the standard approaches, say what you do and take a 10+ instead of rolling the stance. Damn. You become favored for this exchange and may choose your techniques from any approach. At the end of the exchange, your opponent may call out their and lack of integrity to shift your balance twice. Hell yes. Okay.
Oh my
That
god.
makes. All right. But that's pretty badass. So you can get a 10+, and you can use any techniques you want.
So I think the
For
way
this
I like
exchange.
fight dirty is that I'm gonna turn his own weaponry against him. So like I know where his like grappling hook thing is. So I think I kind of like reach in his like sleeve and I like yank on that cable and I kind of like just and I kind of like I use his momentum to trip him down. And that's when I fucking like Sono will like straddle him and like start punching and like her fists are like flames. It's just like engulfed in flame. She start punching. It's 2 strikes.
Okay. So you're gonna strike twice. All right. Good to know. Rasmus and FB, what are you gonna do?
I will evade and observe.
I'm advancing
Okay.
and attacking.
Okay. Advance and attack comes first. What would you like to do, Rasmus?
Let's see if this works. Full hit.
Nice.
Full hit. It's working. Holy crap, guys. The crowd's going wild, by the way. They don't know what the fuck is going on, but it's badass.
I look
Yo, that looks like some Tron shit back there.
to the crowd through the hole in the wall, and I look at this deranged firebender about to murder a genius of technology. And hoisting my Kali stick, I spit off to the side, and I will use my practiced chi blocking jabs technique to take out Sono's arm.
All right, so you're gonna chi block Sono, so she doesn't literally murder this guy in front of 100 witnesses.
Indeed.
Okay. Can you put that in the chat just so I can remember what that does? Okay. The limb is useless. So that'll be, yep. So you do take out one of her arms. Beautiful. You have another technique to use still because you got a full hit, so you can use 2. Oh no, that was a practiced?
Yeah, this is practiced, so I think I have to use both my techniques on this one.
That is correct. Yep. Yes. That is the way it works. Beautiful. Okay.
I love some good.
You're gonna kill him! What are you doing?
Uh,
This is just like Kaifon!
Oh, and I will say that's an interesting choice because I believe the mastery thing that you were given was to use that technique against someone in front of his cronies, more a leader in front of his cronies. If you chose to use it against, I want to give you just a +1 forward in this scene to work towards that principle again, because had you chosen to use it, it would have been a mastered technique. But instead, you kind of like are living by your principle of care, right? So you have a +1 going forward to when you are living up towards that principle.
Thank you.
This scene. Very welcome. That's great. And FB, you are evading and observing, yes?
Yes, I'm going to evade and observe.
Clear a fatigue and roll with creativity or harmony.
7. Dang it.
Beautiful. What would you like to do?
I'm going to mark 1 fatigue, so I'll mark the one I just cleared. And I'm going to use test balance. And
yeah.
I think still from this kneeling position, I see Rasmus attack, go after Sono, and I think it's all like in the background for me right now. It's all underwater, and I say, hey man, it doesn't have to be like this. What are you? You could help people. What are you even doing? What are you even doing here?
You don't understand. None of you understand. This isn't just about making money. This is about showing everybody that I am unparalleled. Yes, his principle is unparalleled.
Ooh.
He is also evading and observing. And he has 3 techniques to use. Let me see. He turns around, and I think, Sono, you're caught off guard. Or, let me think. Yeah, so this is what he does. He grabs these cables that are just flailing all over the place, and just grabs them and yanks, and you hear like a tzzz, like a disconnecting noise, and he whips them, and as Rasmus is taking out Sono's arm with the chi blocking, he whips them at the back of Rasmus's head while you're not looking and stuns you.
You fucker.
You see stars in front of your eyes that like explode as you're on all fours, and he drops those.
That'll teach you switching sides.
He turns towards yeah, so Sono has an arm taken out. Rasmus is stunned. He turns towards FB. And just he's gonna test balance to also find out your principle. And I think all he says is, "What are you all about anyway?"
And do I give him just so the principle being whatever one I'm leaning more towards right now of my 2? Is that correct?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Because like I just don't know my principle. It's just one of those 2 things. It's one of the koi, I assume.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I look back at him and I just say, to maintain balance, I'll do what needs to be done, and my principle is determination.
Okay. He says, and you never take the thought into account of what that is. He looks back. He says, "This is what needs to be done." And he's gonna use his last one to test your balance and try to move you away from center. He's gonna use his last gear to do that.
Do I get a roll on that, or
I don't think so. I think he just has to mark a fatigue. Instead, shift their balance away from center by questioning or challenging the belief or respect. No, I think he just moves. He just can shift you away from center.
and he can mark it? He has to fatigue to mark.
He had 1 gear left. He can use those gears instead of a fatigue. From when he did that salvage thing earlier.
But isn't that
It says
only when
basic
he
tech. It
uses
says
the technique?
technology techniques or basic techniques using technology training. So I don't think they can do it on this. I think you just take. I don't think this is not technology based, so I don't see how that applies.
Fair enough.
I can do it. I'll do it. I mean, I can do it. I have the. But I mean, I can do it.
He would have had 1 fatigue from clearing 1 fatigue by choosing evade and observe.
Right. Okay. There you go.
So that would be the 1. And then he looks over at Sono.
This is it for me. But I went down in style, motherfucker.
And he says, and look, here's the traitor to Republic City. The criminal. Look, now everyone sees what you are. And please move your balance 2 away from center for using your winning is everything technique, which I believe makes you lose your balance.
Yeah, I'm now at +1 control.
And then after all that, Makwataki passes out and just hits the ground really hard.
So, just to make sure I heard Eve right, so you just got moved twice. So how could you be at a +1? You're moving away from center.
So
yeah, away from center.
But that means my red. So what I did is that I pressed the arrow twice.
Her center has moved. Is what
Yeah,
she's
my
saying.
center.
Yeah.
But see, that's what I was saying earlier because you say it takes me out of the fight, but it puts me. My center is now like I'm at center right now.
Yeah. No, you're not.
Yeah.
At the next scene you will be. You are over 2 towards. You're off the board. Is what happens.
Okay.
You have lost.
And then that triggers special. Like then that triggers special stuff after that
Got
when
it.
that happens.
Yep. So what does that look like? You have lost your balance. You shift your balance past the end of the track. You lose your balance. You obsess over that principle to a degree that is not healthy for you or anyone around you. Choosing one of the following: give in or submit to your opposition, lose control of yourself in a destructive or harmful way, take an extreme action in line with that principle, then flee. Which of those do you want to do?
I think Sono takes a step back from the limp body of Makwatana. Is that his name?
Makwataki, yes.
Makwataki. And
and
she has 1 limp arm and she's like kind of slumped over. She's out of breath, and she's looking at him. And then her eyes go wide, and she brings her dominant hand up in front of her face. And then she looks at him, who probably has many burn marks by now. And I think you see her hand go up in flame. And at first you feel like she might just keep hitting the body and stuff. But then the flames start to grow brighter and brighter and brighter on her hand. And she starts screaming in pain as she's hurting herself for punishment.
Oh my god.
For losing control so bad.
Yeah, and I think at this point, this is what we see. Rasmus is stunned for the moment, like holding his head after getting beamed pretty hard. Sono is self-immolating a little bit. And FB stands there before them. And between you and the exit that you know of is this crowd of people and a really fly DJ.
Well, this is embarrassing now, isn't it?
And you do hear, sorry, what was his name? DJ Desperation, yell, yo, was that Makwa? The fuck? What do you do? And I would say FB, I'm asking FB what he would do. The other 2 of you, I don't think are able to act at this very moment.
I was gonna say if I can add one more thing from my balance shift and stuff. Yeah, I think she starts screaming in pain, and I decide to take myself out. I'll mark the afraid condition. I'm scared of myself right now, and I think like she hurts so bad she ends up passing out, and she just crumples on the floor.
Okay. FB, what do you do at this moment?
I will mark a destiny track again. And I will use tremble before me. And I take the bandages off my face and I say, "Don't you know who sent me? Don't you see who sent me?" And I treat it as a 10+ when I intimidate
Holy
an NPC as I reveal this faceless self before them.
Yo, son, this is some weird spirit shit! Flee! Flee all! Flee! As people are running towards the elevators, pressing the button, trying to get up. And at this point, Rasmus, you shake your head and you come out of this stunned state, looking around. You do still have that panel in the ceiling that is off that Mako was trying to escape from before, as everyone else is running away from the lot of you.
Seeing this absolute terror of a person who I thought I knew, one going up in flames, the other faceless and tormenting an entire crowd of like-minded citizens, I will grab some of Makwa's discarded cables and whip them up there using my playbook move, Walls Can't Hold Me, to rely on my skills and training to leave the situation through the panel Makwa was trying to.
Yeah, and I think you're able to like shoulder Sono and get up. FB
No.
behind.
No.
Oh,
Sono's
no.
staying there. I'm out.
Okay, Rasmus starts hand over hand climbing this cable out.
After I say to the crowd, I turn around and I like see Rasmus leave. Do I see him leaving? Like, what I see him like, meeting?
Yeah, I think so.
And I'll just say behind him, just like you to bet against your friends. And I'll go over and like try to fireman carry Sono out of there.
Yeah. I think you are able to get out. This panel leads to another small secret elevator.
Legitimate, thank you for the follow.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it actually brings you to this little elevator that like opens a wall outside. So you're outside of the building, and it is nighttime as you come onto the street. At this point, Sono, you start to like shake your head, and you're very, very groggy, but you start to come to a bit. As you look up at the sky, and you notice 3 people go by as in suits that kind of make them look like flying squirrels. Like they seem to have like netting on the side as they scoop by. And certainly FB, I think you know that these are the airbenders heeding your call from earlier. And you very much see the direction they're heading in.
So no, I think we can still stop it. But we have to hurry.
FB, I'm sorry. How?
The airbender, I think they're going too. I think we can, if we work together, we might be able to stop whatever this test is going to look like or whatever it's going to be.
Okay. I can't use bending anymore. I can't.
Okay.
But I'll help however I can. I can't hurt someone else again. I can't.
I get it. I get it. Yeah.
I think
Totally.
I give FB like a nod, and I'll follow wherever he goes.
Okay. I will let you know, these airbenders are moving quick. There is only one way you are going to be able to keep up with their pace. You still have the car that you borrowed.
And you Can you drive?
Guess who has the keys?
Yeah, we don't have the keys.
Guess who's taking the car right now?
Yeah.
Uh,
Shit.
Are you letting your friends in the car?
I'm going to find my brother. I'm out of here. This is
Can I attempt to hotwire a car, or can I attempt to basically see if I can get one started?
Yeah, I definitely think you can. Uh,
Can I give the help action? Like I give him like a hairpin of mine so that he can, I don't know, freaking lock pick the car door.
well, is there any reason that you would have like training with vehicles?
No, I just think I'm trying to like see if I can like do the thing where like hopefully somebody left their keys in there. Like I'd like have the literally.
Yeah, I think roll with a straight what are the roll with passion, I think. Just roll with passion.
And can I help?
If you need well,
Ooh.
you definitely can help here because
Need help.
yeah, a 6. If you help him, that will get him to a 7 if you want to mark a fatigue.
Oh, well, I can't.
Yeah, if you don't have any
No,
You have a condition left?
no.
Oh no.
Wait! Am I still out of the board?
Oh no. After you lose your balance, clear all your conditions and fatigue.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Well, there you go. I
Yeah.
got 1 fatigue now.
All right, there you go. All right.
Like I can't. I don't. There's. I can't find
Wait,
any with a
let me
key
do
in
it.
there.
Let me do it.
You take off, following down with these airbenders, and I think, Rasmus, you're just driving on the road. You're like at a stoplight in Asami Sato's car, and you just watch this like beat up clunker of a car just like race past this stoplight right past you. Rasmus, we'll get to you in a few minutes then. Right now, FB and Sono are racing the street, following these red-suited airbenders as they swoop in. And, you know, Sono's driving, right?
With my one okay hand, yes. Oh, we lost.
No, I
Yeah,
definitely
Sono.
don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, Sono's driving, and FB's like, oh, they went that way. Nope, it's the left now. Go.
I know my left from my
as you're-
right.
I don't even have eyes. I can't even see anything. I'm seeing things in the forest or something.
And pretty soon, there are 3 airbenders above, and you behind a very large, oversized truck.
The fan.
You are following, you are following Jetson's truck that was previously used. This big box truck on the back that's like threatening to tip over every time it takes a turn as it's racing down the street. What do you do?
So as of right now, we're not like in an exchange, right? It's just like
You
kinda
are,
like
you are not in an exchange.
Okay, FB, listen. I know you said you don't like when I ask fucking questions, but like, how the fuck do we help right now?
I think if we can get control of the truck, right? We can stop him. We can just have to stop that
Okay.
truck.
FB, wait, Matt. First of all, am I still out of the board, or am I at my center?
No, this is a new scene. You are at your center.
Can I unlock my moment of balance?
I think you can. Let me double check. You've already unlocked your moment of balance. Can you use your moment
Can
of
I
balance?
use it? Yes.
I don't see moment of balance here. Can you make it go in the chat so I can just look at it really quick?
Where is it? Let me just
Well, it's-
find
it's-
it. Oh, right there.
It's specific for you too, right? Everyone has their own specific moment of balance.
You were taught to
okay.
control yourself, and that to give of yourself to connect is to lose control. But now you see that connection isn't a weakness, it is a choice, a true way of controlling yourself. You seize that now, choosing to embrace connection to others and spring yourself to impossible heights. Tell the GM how you save those you care about from an out. Oh, well, that's... Yeah, no, it works.
Yeah, no, 100%. So, this is the scene. This truck is going, and the airbenders are trying to swoop down, but they're getting repelled. Like, as this thing is, like, swerving, one of them almost gets crushed between this in a building, and like, they're just not able to get close. What are you going to do, Sono, to take control of this situation?
Okay, so I'm still driving, and I'm trying to keep up with the van, and I turn to FB, and I go, okay, FB, I'm gonna need you, and I'm gonna trust you, and we're gonna do this, okay?
Okay.
Oh, fuck, you can't see anything, but I'm gonna need you to fucking take the wheel and press the gas pedal, okay? Just nothing else. That's all I'm gonna need you to do.
Okay, which one's the gas pedal?
The right one.
Is it the bottom of the car, or towards was it a feet thing
bottom.
or a
You'll
hand
feel
thing?
it right under your foot.
Oh, it's a feet thing. Okay, it's a foot thing. I gotcha. I'll just press all the foot things.
Okay, you got it. And
I got it.
I take
You go,
FB's face
Sono.
and I on the cheek, and I open the window and I fucking climb on the fucking top of the car, and I wait for FB to fucking get really, really close to the van. So like I know he's pressing the fucking gas pedal, right? Okay. So like he's
Yeah, I'll
getting-
slam down. I'll slam down on the gas when, like, I think that's the right time to do so.
and I'm hanging on to your life. And right as we get close enough to the van, I fucking leap of faith that shit, and I jump onto the roof of the van, okay? And from there, I just fucking carefully, I get on the what's it called? So you have like the glass where the conductor is, and like you have this part here, the hoods, okay? And then I slide down on the hood, and I fucking scare the driver, okay? And then the van goes like.
And the driver is that old scientist that FB had seen underground before. And he's like, ah!
So as the van goes like shoo 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 because he's scared, I fucking climb my way to the fucking passenger's fucking window, and I fucking smash it, and then I jump into the passenger seat, and I grab the face of the conductor, and I make him look at me, and I'm like, stop the van right now, fucker.
And he slams on the brakes, as the thing just like turns and does like a 180 and is facing the other, and this van that you've been looking at, Rasmus's van, ends up nose to nose with the van that FB is driving, and they're like a centimeter apart from touching. As boom, 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 3 airbenders land on top of it, and he goes, "I surrender."
I'm so cool.
Did we do it? Oh no! I gotta stop this guy! I can't drive!
One of the airbenders, this young woman with this blue arrow tattoo pointing down her forehead, kind of just says, "Nice work," and goes around to the back and just opens it up. And you see there, as you go around, this weird, huge machine, not terribly unlike the one, FB, that you saw in the basement of the warehouse. And you see this big, like, glass capsule, and inside is this very large spirit vine, and it's just pulsing right there. And this woman, who you know to be Master Genora, the first airbending master of a generation, jumps in and immediately pulls it out, and that glowing goes, ooh, and just stops. She's like, looks like we got to it just in time. Was that you that gave me that heads up? She looks at FB.
Yeah, I just tried to warn you, I think.
Well, it worked. Oh. And she kind of like stands there, arms akimbo, looking like a complete boss, as she says, "You know, we could really use you around Air Temple Island."
Yeah. I think that sounds good. Master. I'll turn to Sono and say, "Are we like stopped now?" Sorry,
Yeah.
turn to Sono and say, "You were great.
Heavy,
You saved the day."
I couldn't have done it without you, and I think I take FB by the shoulder and I kind of drag him away from everyone, like not too far, but just like I'm trying to have a one-on-one conversation. It was monstrous what I did back there, and you know I'm not mad at Rasmus for leaving, and I'll never hold it against him, but still I'm grateful you stayed. And I wanted to thank you for seeing past this hurt side of me.
Sono, I think you're incredible. And I wish I could be your friend. I wish I could be there with you. But I'm not even a person anymore. I'm just this thing that pretends to be one, and I'm sorry.
I can't say that you're a person to me and expect you to just go along with it, because, well, I think we both know that some truths are just hard to get around. But if ever you need me, if ever you need help, if ever you want to talk, if ever you can get your face back, I'll always be there. No questions asked.
Thanks. I get why Rasmus left. I do. I don't know, Sono. I don't know if bending is good, if bending is something we should do, but maybe it's something we can figure out. As fucked up as we are.
Together?
Yeah.
I'd like
Do you wanna maybe hang at Air Temple Island for a bit if I go with Master Genora there?
You know, I think some meditation would do me some good. Yeah.
Yeah, just they like only eat vegetables there, so like I know that's like
Yeah,
it's like gonna be a lot of veggies. It's gonna be
I can work around that.
I think they drink tea. That would be cool.
That's nice. I
guess.
like tea.
Tea's good. And yeah, maybe a break from.
I'm sure there's some proteins and some veggies. Surely.
If Master Genora can teach me, maybe I'll try to go back through and see if I can find Ko again and see if they'll give me back what they took from me. But I don't expect you to come with me, or I don't expect anything like that from you. You will.
I will. I told you.
And
no questions asked.
Thank you. I don't deserve that. And I hope I can be there for you too.
You already were. And I think I kind of like, I grab him by the arm and if he's ready to finish the conversation, I'll walk towards the airbenders
And as you're walking, one of the airbenders, it's like this gangly guy has the scientist guy's like arms behind him. He's like, oh, and Janora just goes, welcome. Rasmus, you are looking for Bashira, yes?
I was looking for Bashira.
Where do you find him?
I actually don't find Bashira.
Okay.
Because as I stand at that red light, and the clunker drives by, and I see Sono and FB off together once again to allegedly save the day. The light turns green, but I continue to stand there as traffic starts to honk behind me. And I think about these two benders that humiliated, burned, and worked together to take down this person whose mission and idea they didn't even fully understand. And I think back to my older brother Bashira, the waterbender, the one who's always so calm and collected, but like a tidal wave is so powerful and destructive that it's impossible to do something that he doesn't want you to do. And I think about my family, where I'm the third brother, the discarded one, the only one who can't bend. So they send me to learn weapons, and they send me to the police academy. And I turn the car around in a 180 arc and drive it back to exactly where I found it. Back to Makwatek, where the only person that might actually understand me is laying burned, hurt, bleeding in a Tron-like chamber.
And as you, and a lot of people are around Makwatek, all walking away from it. Like, well, that was crazy. I know, he's so good. Not the DJ, man, the fight. Oh, yeah, that was crazy, too. And you make your way through and into there as Makwatek, making these, like, pained noises on the floor as you stand over and look down at him. I think the last thing we see, this fiction we weave, is superimposed over that scene the face of an old man, Samlo. And unheard by anyone, you see this old, weathered face as he says, "Benders, they have their champions. It's time for us to build up ours." And scenes kind of merge. Sorry, camera people. I don't know the technical stuff. But while the scene at Makwatek fades away, this vision of Samlo's face comes more in focus and starts to zoom out. And we see that he is speaking to a large group of at least 20 warriors, standing at attention with their arms around their back. Chi blockers all, learning techniques from a master. And that is where we are going to end this story.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Man, can I just say fucking PvP.
Just a little bit. Just a little taste.
So good.
That was good. Do you want to see a system where combat does not throw role-playing away? I mean, come on, that was good.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is it.
It is good. Thank you, Andre, Eve, Mike, so much for playing this game with me. I really have fun. This is our second adventure. Me and Mike, it's our second adventure, and even Andre joined for this one. I love it. If anybody wants to see more Avatar, at us at the places where you can at us. I don't know. Join our Discord would be the most direct way, but we've got the Twitters and we've got all the things, guys. But we would love some feedback. Yeah. Thank you for the follows during the stream. Thank you for the love. That is obviously going to come afterwards. Paying it forward. We will be back next Sunday with our D&D 5e full-length campaign, A City Apart. And we will be back with other tabletop gaming fun at another time. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Good night.